Good afternoon and welcome to Alive at 5 on WBON TV9, where every local story starts here. I'm Gwendolyn Morton. Some of our top headlines for this Friday. Shots fired in Berea last night. We've got the latest details on that. Plus, Berea residents who purchased kerosene in the last little bit are asked to check that before using it. We've got the details there too, and an update from the legislative session in Frankfort. All this plus more news, local sports, and of course, we'll have a good look at that weather coming up here today live at 5 as well. But first, in our WBON TV, big story of the day, Berea Police searched an area in Berea last night for a person thought to have been shot. Police say officers were dispatched to the area of Jefferson Street and Baldwin Street in reference to a shots fired at a vehicle. The call came in around 9:20 Thursday night. Approximately 3 to 4 shots were fired. Police arrested one man, and they say another person fled the scene and is unaccounted for at this time. In custody is 58-year-old Rodney Gibson of Berea, charged with attempted murder, wanton endangerment, and possession of a handgun by a convicted felon. Berea Police found a .32 caliber handgun at the scene that was logged into evidence. The other person has still not been located and is now not believed to be injured. This is an ongoing investigation. Of course, we'll have all the details as they become available right here on WBON TV Channel 9. Well, staying in Berea, the Berea Fire Department is alerting the public about reports they received that there is a possibility that kerosene being sold at the 76 gas station that's formerly known as 1016 Shell, located at 865 Kentucky 1016 in Berea, may have some gasoline or some other form of flammable substance mixed in. If you or anyone you know has recently purchased the kerosene from the 76 gas, they are strongly advising you to check out that kerosene before you use it. It can be extremely dangerous to use the wrong fuel in kerosene heaters. You got a picture up there on the screen now. It's a good way to tell if you have good kerosene or bad kerosene, and make sure that you are not using any of that bad kerosene. It can result in very dangerous activities. Well, Richmond Police are looking for leads in a violent home invasion case that happened on December the 8th of last year here in Richmond. Someone broke into a residence in the area of East Main Street and Pine Street in Richmond. The victim in the home was assaulted and robbed of personal property. That was prior to being shot multiple times. The Richmond Police Criminal Investigations Unit is investigating the shooting and robbery. If you or someone you know has information regarding the investigation, you are asked to please contact Detective Short. You can find his email and contact information as well as a phone number on the story up now at WBONTV.com. Callers, of course, can always remain anonymous if they prefer. Well, it was another busy week for lawmakers in Frankfort. Despite just being in the chambers for 4 days, several lawmakers made their way to the next level, and Charles Baglin is here with another recap of all that went down this week at the state capitol.
The Kentucky General Assembly found its rhythm in the third week of the 2024 legislative session as lawmakers brushed off the snow and began plowing through bills on crime and housing. The House Majority Caucus kicked off the short 4-day week Tuesday by unveiling a $125 billion budget proposal for the state's next biennium. House leaders said the spending plan, House Bill 6, places a heavy focus on education, public safety, infrastructure, and health services. The legislation is now awaiting assignment to committee and will likely be one of the most watched and most debated measures before the legislature this year. Meanwhile, an omnibus crime bill, another priority for the House majority, began moving through the process this week when it passed out of the House Judiciary Committee on Thursday. Known as the Safer Kentucky Act, the 72-page bill would ramp up penalties for repeat violent offenders and for a variety of other offenses, including carjacking, killing a first responder, fleeing arrest, and for selling fentanyl that causes a fatal overdose. The measure, House Bill 5, would also regulate charitable bail organizations and crack down on unlawful camping. House Bill 5 is now headed to the full House for consideration. Throughout the busy week, lawmakers also turned their attention to local housing ordinances that forbid landlords from refusing tenants based on their source of rental income. On Wednesday, the Senate State and Local Government Committee voted in favor of Senate Bill 25, which would prohibit local governments from requiring landlords to accept renters in the Section 8 housing program. Proponents say such bills help protect the rights of property owners, but critics have raised concerns that they will only add to the housing crisis. The bill now heads to the full Senate for approval. Also moving in the Senate was Senate Bill 7, which would allow homeschool students to receive Kentucky Educational Excellence Scholarship funds based on their scores on the Classical Learning Test. The Senate Education Committee advanced the bill on Thursday. Reporting from the state capitol in Frankfort, I'm Keith West.
Thanks, Charles, for that update. Some sad news out of Casey County as the Casey County Sheriff's Office is grieving the loss of canine Kodos after a fire broke out at a deputy's home on Highway 49. The incident occurred in an outdoor kennel where Kados was the only dog. Although the deputies managed to rescue Kados, attempts to revive the canine with CPR were unsuccessful and the dog succumbed to smoke inhalation. Kados joined the sheriff's team in January of 2023 and played a crucial role in numerous drug arrests. The fire is believed to have been caused by an electrical short in that kennel. The Fayette County Coroner's Office is asking for the public's help in locating the next of kin for Crystal Marie Rios. Rios, 38, passed away on January the 6th of this year due to natural causes. The coroner is hoping to find Peter DeMoyes. He is the husband of Rios. DeMoyes is believed to be part of the homeless population in Lexington. Anyone knows the whereabouts of DeMoyes or any of the other family members of Crystal Rios should contact Gary Ginn, the Fayette County coroner. That phone number 859-455-5700. With that, we're going to take a quick look at the weather. When we come back, we've got Todd in the Weather Center. More pictures of the weather from around the area as we got some more snow last night. Hoping for a warm up coming up soon. Todd's up next.
Hi, I'm John Leeds, owner-operator of Leeds Fine Jewelry. I've been doing repair work for over 3 decades. Not only do we carry a large supply of Kentucky agate, we also have several lines of natural gemstones. We carry everything from small diamond earrings to large 3.5 carat studs. We have pearl necklaces and pearl earrings. We carry a large supply of gold hoops. 108 East Main Street in downtown Richmond, Kentucky. We're nationally known, we're locally owned.
How do you protect your family during a disaster? Have a plan of action for tornadoes, floods, earthquakes, and for an incident at the Bluegrass Army Depot. Know what you will do and how you will contact each other. Having a plan helps to keep you calm and not panic. Visit EstleCountyEMA.com to get started today. Plan today for a safer tomorrow.
I'm Michelle.
And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cupcadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
'Tis the season for sickness. Protect yourself and those around you with vaccinations at the Harness Health Pharmacies, powered by Mercy Health. Mercy Health Pharmacies offer vaccines for influenza, COVID-19, pneumonia, and RSV. Most vaccines are covered by the insurance, and in case they are not, Harness Health Pharmacy also partners with the primary care clinics for patients that are required by insurance to receive their vaccines there. Stop by the Harness Health Pharmacy in Irvin, located next to the Mercy Health Irvin Primary Care.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. Another day here in central Kentucky, another snow. We've got Todd Nelson in the Weather Center with some great pictures from around the area and a look at the weekend forecast. Here's Todd.
Thanks, Gwendolyn. Well, that winter weather is going to be ending overnight tonight, and we're going to just be dealing with the cold, of course. But before we get into the forecast, I did want to share a few more photos with everybody out there. We had a lot of great contributions, so thanks to everybody. How about Bess taking this Thursday sunrise picture? Absolutely stunning, Bess. Thank you very much. And see the barn here off in the distance as well. Caroline sending us this picture of the fresh snow in Madison County, again from earlier this week. And earlier this week, when we had that first round of wintry weather, no snow day for Colton, unfortunately. But Colton, a trooper, doing his family chores out in the farm. And then, of course, some new calves being born this week with that wintry weather. And Katie's saying that some of these new babies having a little bit of a hard time there. But this recent round of snow, mainly east of Richmond, but some spots picking up close to a half a foot. And look at that, 9.3 inches. But that winter weather advisory will be ending for this evening, and then just a wind chill advisory through the rest of the weekend with bitterly cold winds. Now, next week it is going to be warming up, and we are going to have some rain. So for tonight, things will be quieting down, temperatures falling into the single digits by early tomorrow morning. And then again, look at these wind chill values over the course of the weekend, dropping down to right around 10 below. So again, very cold during that time period. The clouds and snow showers generally exiting off to the east. We may see a couple of flakes yet overnight, early tomorrow morning. But again, very cold temperatures now in place through the next couple of days. That's what we'll wake up to in the morning. Single digits, wind chill values even colder though. Could have a couple of flakes early on Saturday. Daytime highs only topping out into the upper teens and lower 20s. Sunday, we're starting to warm up a little bit more, Gwendolyn. You can see those upper 20s. At least we'll have the sunshine. 41 though Monday, and some 50s showing up next week with some pretty decent rainfall amounts as well.
Thanks, Todd. And for weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 online. Check out our Facebook page and WBONTV.com. Well, tomorrow is the annual hay sale at the Madison County Fairgrounds, just off Highway 52 in Madison County. WBON TV spoke with auctioneer Chuck Givens about the annual event and what this year has to offer.
Well, tomorrow at 10 a.m. we'll start right here. We've got lots of good quality hay. We've got rolls, inside and outside hay. We've got the big squares, the little squares. We have straw. We have lots of alfalfa hay, which is really hard to find this year. We've got good quality. Probably the best quality we've ever had. The sale will start tomorrow at 10 a.m. here at the Madison County Fairgrounds. We expect a big crowd, and we have a great turnout of hay this year. And we'll be here all afternoon tomorrow loading people out. So if you have any questions, just call the number 859-582-5822. We'll be happy to give you any information.
The sale starts tomorrow at 10 a.m. at the Madison County Fairgrounds. If you have any questions, you can call Chuck Givens at 859-582-5822. We're going to take a quick break. We've got Dawson rolling with sports, and of course, it's Friday, and we don't know what's going on yet, but Samantha Burford's going to have that Weekender report with all the great activities coming up over the weekend. That's still to come right here, live at 5.
Are you considering a bathroom remodel? Think about this. Remodeling your bathroom without addressing the plumbing is like going to get a facelift when you need heart surgery. Plumbing is the heart of your home. At Fast Flow, we understand the importance of a well-functioning plumbing system. Our expert plumbers have years of experience in providing top-notch plumbing services. Don't just settle for a pretty face. Choose Fast Flow Plumbing before you remodel and keep your home's heart beating perfectly.
Call a pro at Fast Flow.
Did I ever tell you about that time I zipped right past that dang Sasquatch?
I don't think so.
Yes, sir. I don't know how they ever got away if it wasn't for this brand new side-by-side I got at Gateway Cycles.
In Mount Sterling?
Yes, sir. They set me up with something that left old Sasquatch sneezing in my dust.
Jimbo!
Lord, I hear him coming back now.
That ain't no Sasquatch. That's Mama.
Get a great deal on Sasquatch eluders today. Gateway Cycles, Mount Sterling.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Watch the Real McCoys weekdays at 9:30 a.m. on Heartland.
Family known as the Real McCoys.
Watch Laugh-In on Retro TV, Mondays through Thursdays at 10 p.m. and Saturdays at 8.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your host, Micah Watkins, Samantha Burford, and Dawson Rule as they cover sports news for the greater Madison County area. Get your local sports news every Monday night from 6 to 7 on WBON Channel 9 and on Y92.5, V99.3, and CBS Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by the Richmond Raceway, the Law Office of Patrick O'Neill, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop Small Engine Repair.
Welcome back. While there are no games tonight, the snow isn't keeping local teams from postponing games all weekend. The sports crew is planning on trying to stream a game tomorrow, weather permitting. For all the local sports announcements and scores, here's sports with Dawson Roll.
Happy Friday. With a new wave of snow that came in last night, that brought more slick road conditions and school cancellations for today. With those combinations, that means big games all around Madison County were canceled for tonight. Some of those basketball games are going to be rescheduled at a later date, whether that's tomorrow or later next week. Some of the games getting moved away from tonight's block are Madison Central hosting Frederick Douglass, Southern and Berea's girls playing, and Model and Berea's boys rubber match for the year. These were the games taking place in county, and some of our other teams got games canceled that were going to be playing out of county, like Madison Southern's boys team. Since games were canceled for tonight, let's look at a big game from last night where EKU basketball on the women's side hosted and beat the #1 ranked team in conference, Central Arkansas. It was a historic night for the EKU women's team as they beat Central Arkansas 65-58. First, EKU guard Alice Ricanati scored 16 points, which put her at 1,000+ points for her EKU career. Ricanati was a big factor in the comeback win for Eastern, as was Antoinette Walker, who had 19 points. The other historic milestone on the night was head coach Greg Todd getting his 700th all-time win as a head coach. All this combined with the team knocking off the ASUN's top-ranked squad made for a special evening of hoops in Richmond. Now the team will next play on Saturday versus North Alabama, preceding the men's game, which will tip off at 7 as they host Bellarmine. Speaking of the men, let's hear from A.W. Hamilton on the upcoming game for his team and his thoughts on the team's recent conference success.
We've had a sense of urgency about what we're doing. We had a rough non-conference, which that's over with. There's nothing we can do about it. We're off to a great start in conference play. There's a long way to go. We got to continue doing the things that got us off to this great start. We've done a great job defending, and we've done a phenomenal job rebounding the basketball. Those are things that we got to continue to do. Dan Kozart's having an unbelievable season. You know, from start to where we are now, he's having a remarkable season. I'm really proud of Cozy. He really grew from last year. He's becoming more of an offensive threat for us. We feature him now. He's doing a lot of great things. Michael Marino right now is on fire. You know, he's really playing well as we've started league play, so I'm really proud of Michael, but it's what Michael's always done. I think now he's moved into 4th all-time in rebounding. He's one of 4 players in school history with 1,400 points and 800 rebounds. He's the all-time leader in made threes. Michael Marino's just being Michael Marino.
The team is in good spirits and will be ready to keep the conference winning streak up against in-state rival Bellarmine. That will be all for today's sports segment. Stay tuned, though, as tomorrow the sports crew may be bringing you a surprise game stream, weather permitting. This is Dawson Rule with Madison County's sports coverage.
Thanks, Dawson, for that sports update. Well, the Harrodsburg Police Department is asking for help locating a man wanted on felony counts. They say Patrick Brand is wanted for 2 counts of trafficking and 1 count of wanton endangerment. Police say Brand has an extensive history of violent crimes and is also known to carry a weapon. If seen, they warn not to approach him due to his violent tendencies and are asking people who may spot him to call dispatch. That phone number, 859-792-3023. One man was taken to the hospital after a shooting around West New Circle Road Walmart near Russell Cave Road yesterday morning. After investigating, Lexington police were able to identify 30-year-old Kenneth Mitchell as a suspect. Mitchell was arrested and charged with assault, wanton endangerment, convicted felon in possession of a firearm, and criminal mischief. He is currently being held in the Fayette County Detention Center. This is an ongoing investigation. Moving over to Georgetown, the Georgetown Police are asking for the public's help in identifying these individuals seen in these photos. Police need to speak with them regarding an investigation into a theft. If you know who this person is, you're asked to please contact Officer Johnson at 502-863-7820 with any information you may have. You can, of course, remain anonymous if you wish to. Well, with that, we're going to take a quick break. Moving into the weekend, we've got lots of stuff going on in the area despite these very cold temperatures. We've got Samantha coming in next with the Weekender Report right here live at 5.
You've heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
Mushroom lovers, this one's for you. This is for the beef lovers too, the onion lovers, the Swiss cheese lovers. If you love all these things, then you're going to absolutely love our classic double mushroom onion melt. Try it now, only at A&W. Feel the heat at A&W with our delicious, cheesy, and spicy sriracha cheese curds. They're available for a limited time only, so come on in and try some today. Only at A&W.
Are you looking for a brand new SUV that won't break the bank? Look no further than Jack Burford Chevrolet, home of the newly redesigned 2024 Trax. Bigger, bolder, more refined, and starting under $25,000, the new Chevy Trax is really upped its game. Come see us at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond or check us out at jackburford.com to see everything this new Trax has to offer.
If it won't go down.
Call Mr. Rooter, the best in town.
What do I do now?
Call Mr. Rooter, the best plumber in town. Mr. Rooter is Central Kentucky's affordable and reliable plumber. Right now, get any drain in your home cleaned for only $89. Call 859-253-CLOG. That's 859-253-CLOG. So if you've got a problem that won't go down, call Mr. Rooter. He's the best plumber in town. He'll clean any drain in your home for only $89.
Now I know who to call.
Call Mr. Rooter.
Bye-bye, Poopy.
Richmond has its very own TV station, WBON TV Channel 9, featuring 4 new TV channels of programming. Our primary station, 9.1, is available over the air with an antenna on all area cable systems, Roku, and our live player at WBONTV.com. You'll love the local sports and other local programming, including the only local newscast for the greater Richmond area, live at 5 daily. Find out more at WBONTV.com.
For years, Richmond residents have been searching for a heating and air company that can do it all. That search is now over. Don't let the name fool you. Fayette Heating and Air serves all over Central Kentucky for both commercial and residential customers. With Fayette Heating and Air, they promise that no matter the issue, no matter the time, you can expect award-winning heating repairs the first time, every time. Visit FayetteHeating.com to learn about special financing and how to sign up for the Comfy Club. With Fayette Heating and Air, complete home solutions.
Welcome back to Live at 5. The snow just keeps on coming, but so do the fun events happening throughout Madison and surrounding counties. Here to tell you all about them is WBON TV's Samantha Burford in this edition of the Weekender Report.
Hi everybody, it's time to tell you about some of the best events happening around our area this weekend. It's the Weekender Report for the weekend of January 19th through the 21st. So let's get right to it and let's get this weekend started. There's so much to do at Chenault Vineyards this weekend. Friday night at 6:30, it's Trivia Night with free entry and prizes for the top 2 teams. On Saturday, there's an exclusive wine tasting with a new wine release that begins at 4 p.m. with a winery tour. You can become a member of their wine club and you can talk with their winemakers about the winemaking process. And on Sunday, enjoy Sunday pizza at Chenault Vineyards. Try out freshly made artisan pizzas with your favorite wine or cocktail from 1 to 6 p.m. And then, starting at 2 p.m., you can learn from their bartender extraordinaire how to make 3 made-from-scratch cocktails to impress your friends at your next gathering. Class fee includes all supplies, charcuterie for snacking, and 3 full-size cocktails. Saturday morning, January 20th, join the Richmond Police Department Coffee with a Cop at Golden Leaves in Richmond, Kentucky. Bring your family and friends to sit with Richmond officers and chat over a cup of coffee, tea, or whatever you like to drink. This is a free event, and you can purchase optional food and drinks from Golden Leaves, located in the shops at the Richmond Mall. BourbonCon is back for their 2nd annual bourbon tasting, Friday and Saturday, January 19th and 20th at the Lexington Griffith Gate Marriott. It features tastings from 30-plus Kentucky distilleries, a cooking demonstration, Lexington restaurant pop-ups, culinary experiences, educational panel discussions, and more. Tickets are on sale now at BourbonConLex.com. Let's go nuts for squirrels. Join the Berea College Forestry Outreach for indoor crafts and games to celebrate our squirrel friends from 2 to 3:30 p.m. at the Forestry Outreach Center. This National Squirrel Appreciation Day is on Sunday, January 21st, and is free and open to all. Watch our Weekender Report every Friday on WBON TV to find out what's happening in Richmond and Berea, Kentucky, and of course all the surrounding counties. Keep telling your friends to watch the Weekender Report every weekend on WBON TV, and keep sending in those events to our WBON TV Facebook Messenger. Thanks for watching this January 19th edition of the Weekender Report. I'm Samantha Burford.
Thanks, Samantha, for that Weekender Report. Looks like there is all kinds of great things going on all around the area over the weekend. While you're out and about, make sure you are staying up to date on all the latest weather and traffic conditions. And of course, you can do that on our sister station, 100.7 The Coyote. Also, we're going to try to get you some ball games here over the weekend. We've had a kind of dry week in sports because of the weather. You can check our Facebook page to find out when and where we will be with those ball games over the weekend as well. Just just make sure you are staying weather aware out there. Looks like we're going to have some brutally cold temperatures yet again here in central Kentucky. We'll have all the updates available. And of course, we'll have lots more news, weather, and sports coming up next week, where it looks like we might be getting a little bit of a warm up. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you Monday live at 5.